Hello fellow YouTubers, this is the Imaginator. I'm here today to bring you guys ladies my One Piece manga chapter 1040 review. The title of this One Piece manga chapter is called Wasted Words on Young Ears. The first page, it looks like Yanji and Niji are actually still stuck in the booklet, in the book, with a big thumbtack that's still kind of connected to them. And Yanji's thinking about the time Big Mom overwhelmed and pounded the both of them. So, then onto the chapter. Kid and Law's combined attacks are still landing on Big Mom. She's proven to be still resilient to said techniques. Law and Kid's crew members, respectively, the members of Law and Kid's crews, respectively, are worried about their captain still being at the mercy of Big Mom. After Big Mom makes a statement to say, hey, y'all two can perish now after I deflect this technique. Well, these two combined techniques that y'all throwing at me, or I can just pretty much use my Delphi ability and take 50 years of lifespan from y'all and serve me. And then after she made the statement, she actually goes on ahead and uses her Delphi ability and sucks the life out of the other Animal Beast Kingdom pirates. And basically, she is using again Will Conqueror's Hockey like she did in the last chapter. And the crew members, I believe, the crew members of Law and Kid, one of the two, or probably both, were actually saying, she's still terrifying, that she's in the near break of death, or she's pretty much being pressured by these attacks, but still able to go by generating this much power. Then we continue. Well, this continues on for a good while, and Law actually pulls out a technique where he basically silences every sound, or takes away any sound from her influence, or basically sound that she can produce. So not only she's trapped inside this like bubble that Law created in the last chapter, but she also can't produce any sound. There's no sound that can be heard from within the sphere that was created by Law's ability. And I think the Mercy, the Lady Flaming Being technique, was going after Kid, and basically Law. And Kid said follow through, and then uses his deep attack again, once again, and this time it successfully broke through the floor on the current floor that Kid and Law were residing in, and she constantly descends further and further down throughout Onigashima. And then Yamato actually sees her, and Big Mom uses a tech, pretty much hits Kanjuro's gigantic fireball of hatred, or something like that. And it was saying Orochi, and it was getting smaller by saying Orochi. And then finally, Big Mom has this big, long dialogue talk about, why did you tell the world, Roger, about the One Piece? You got these young upcoming pirates now that are going to be coming after us, and we have to deal with it. And then she angrily was stating that curse you, Law and Kid, you're not going to get away with this. You don't think this technique will be able to kill me. And then the narrator stating the winner, we see an explosion of where Big Mom and the Saphir were located. And then, as Nair was saying, in the winner, Eustace Kid and Trafalgar Law as the victors. And then Momonosuke tells Yamato about Zunisha being the comrade of Joy Boy that committed a crime of 800 years ago, which was during the Void Century. And that is the end of the chapter. Overall, I enjoyed the chapter. It was good. I liked the first page of the chapter. Well, before the chapter started, the side story of Yanji and Iji still trapped. I'm pretty sure Renji and Judge are going to try to find them and Hokage Island at some point, which was hysterical. And then, most of all, I like how the chapter is just focusing on like the main focus of Law, Kid, and Big Mom's fight, and this is pretty much serves as the conclusion of their long term fight. And also information about Yamato, no, not Yamato, about Zunisha and being the companion and of Joy Boy committed a crime 800 years ago. Yeah, and Yamato, and because Big Mom's interference of hitting Kanjiro's gigantic fireball of hatred, uh, the armory room was going to explode, but luckily Yamato uses her ice ability to freeze the bombs before they actually set off. But the bottom portion of the oil gas room was still pretty much shattered throughout the process. Alright, so I'm actually, as always, I'm looking forward to what's to come in One Piece. It's one of my favorite manga and anime series of all time. Well, I'm just gonna say manga because I'm pretty much reading the manga, and it's about manga, so keep it focused on the manga. Alright, so with all that being said, that's my review of One Piece Manga Chapter 1040. Like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to my channel, The Imaginary, for more manga chapter reviews and discussions and many more. With all that being said, fellow YouTubers, y'all all have a wonderful day as usual.